I shot a video on Instagram, and I was talking about, I was live, so you got to go to my Instagram to see that exact version of it, because everything I do is kind of under the spirit and in the moment. So when I do it again, I'm not gonna say everything the same way, but it's on my Instagram feed. It was from a live that I did. I did 3 lives today on Instagram, but this was the 3rd one, and I was talking about, you know, appreciating a good man. And what I'm realizing today, what I'm seeing is like, it's just so much that's out there that is playing on broken men, that's playing on men who feel underappreciated, who feel disrespected. And so think about this from human nature, and maybe there's a woman who has some experience with this that can chime in the comments. But what I've noticed is that when a man is actually a good man, women get complacent and start to treat him like a punk, start to belittle him or emasculate him, start to take him for granted. Like when a man is, and when I say a good man, I'm not talking about a feminine man, I'm not talking about a weak man, I'm not talking about a man who just opened doors and stuff like that, but he crazy. I'm talking about a good man, a man who is confident, he comfortable, he's strong, he's faithful, he's loving, he's caring, he's attractive to you. Like, he's a good man. And he pays the bills, he helps with the kids, he does his part, he brings his to the table. But do you notice how a lot of times, if not yourself, I know you know another woman who is like, she'll talk down to him, she won't sleep with him, you know, like she always talking about she tired, and she, you know, she won't give her part, you know, whatever it may be. Or she may sleep with him, but she disrespect him in front of company. She may not disrespect him in front of company, but she won't sleep with him. It's just something that she doing. She may know how to cook, but she don't cook. She have him spend even more money eating out, even though she know how to cook or could cook well. But it's almost like she becomes a taker versus a giver, and she takes his gift for granted. She takes his heart for granted. And that right there is how these men in the dark are recruiting. It's just like on SpiderMan, where the villain wants to take over the world. So he goes to the men and he said, hey, you've been mistreated, you've been talked about, you've been overlooked. Come join me and we will take over the world, and we will reign supreme. We will be powerful. And then here Spider-Man is over here trying to save the world. But he got to fight up against these men who have been recruited by the villain, who played on their insecurity, played on their brokenness, played on their heart, and got them. And so that's what's happening today. Is like, and I'm telling you, as a good man, I feel this stuff. Like, I feel this stuff. Like, I know better, so I'm able to refute it. But if I go over there to the dark side and I listen to these guys talk for 5 minutes, it be sounding good. And understand what I'm saying. But when a man take and give you the excuse and tell you could do what you want to do and how you want to do it, and because you make money, you a high value man. They don't mention nothing about real character and integrity and loving and cherishing and appreciating and praising and promoting your woman. They just telling you, hey, do what you want to do, how you want to do it. And they tell you that there, old private jet up there. They tell you that there, it's like, ooh, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, so my woman supposed to be cooking every day, huh? oh, my woman supposed to be sleeping with me every day. You know what? You right. You know what? You might be right. And that's how you go to feeling. And so listen now, this coming from me, who got the wisdom, who got the knowledge, who got the understanding. Like I know a thing or two now. I'm not all knowing. I mean, I ain't Solomon, but I know a thing or two. And that thing will resonate with me. So I'm like, ooh, I'm like, man, do I want me one of these slave women that's gonna cook 3 meals a day? And that wanna have that thing open every night, the shop open every night? And that's how some women promoting, and that's what the men promoting. So guess what? To a humans, we like advantages. Human, we like favor. Human, we like benefits and bonuses. Humans, we like stuff to be in our favor. It's like, that's humans. Like, if I come to you, and if you're a woman listening to this, and I say, hey, your man should know how to cook. He should cook 3 or 4 days out of the 7. You should never have to call a handyman. He should know how to do everything with his hands around that house. You have been on your feet. Your man needs to grab your feet and massage your feet daily. Your man needs to whisper sweet nothings. You need to have a rose every Friday. He needs to work. He needs to pay all the bills. He needs to have you, let you spend all your money that you earn. You should not have to cook. You should not have to clean. If a man told you that as a woman, you're gonna be like, ooh, that sounds like a sweet deal. What you gotta be to know that that's not fair? You got to have some sense. You got to have a backbone. You got to have some self-love to know that that's not fair. To know that ain't no fair deal to that man. To be bending over backwards and busting his butt and doing everything for you, and you ain't got to lift a finger. You know that ain't no fair deal. So what do that mean? That mean you then gonna look at that thing and say, you know what? This don't make no sense. And so that's what I got to do when I go over to watch one of the snippets y'all be done sent me from the Men in the Dark. And I have to remind myself, Tony, that ain't even no fair deal. Like, that ain't fair to no woman. Like, this woman ain't no robot. Like, this woman ain't no sex slave. Like, this woman got a heart. She got a mind. She got a life. Like, this woman got to be appreciated. This woman got to be treated with love and respect. Like, come on now, Tony. So I have to remind myself of that because of the narrative, because of what's being pushed. And so, because just naturally, it's like, if I say, hey, what your name is? If I say, hey, your name. If I say, hey, you know what? I want to give you a shelf. You're not gonna be like, no, Tony, I want to cook every day. I don't want no chef. No, I don't want that, Tony. No, keep that. Keep that. You're going to say, what, Tony, a chef? And I say, hey, and I want to give you a maid. I want to give you a maid. You ain't going to say, no, Tony, I ain't want no maid now. I can't have nobody cleaning for me now. No. Y'all notice I ain't looking at y'all. I'm looking at the road now. So it's like you just riding in the car with me, paying you no attention. You got to be called by God to do this. Do not try to do this if you ain't got the blood of Jesus on you. You hear me? Everybody can't do this. This make people who can't do this, make people cringe, make people, ooh, they watching the video, about to have a heart attack. Let's calm down, calm down. Calm down. Jesus take the wheel. That's what I do when I'm on here. So now listen to me now. If I say, hey, and on top of that, I'm finna give you a shopping budget for clothes, $5,000 a month. You, as a human, you gonna say that little fake, oh no, I can't accept that. But you gonna accept it now. That's how humans is. You know that you don't need no chef, you don't need no maid, you don't need no $5,000 a month, you don't need no driver, you know you don't need all of those things. But if you could have it, hey, why not? That's humans, and that's human nature. That's how humans do. So if a woman got a man that's gonna pay all the bills, that's gonna be 100% faithful, that's gonna talk to her with some respect, and he is not going to make her cook every day, he's not gonna make her sleep with him every day, like meaning coerce her. When I say make, I don't mean literally make, but like put pressure on her to do these things. He's not gonna do that. That woman gonna take that deal. Oh, wow, you mean to tell me my bills paid, my kids taken care of, I got help with the kids, I ain't got to work a job, I get to do what I want to do, and I ain't got to sleep with the man? Oh my goodness, until I want to. And I ain't got to cook, I ain't got to clean, I got a driver, I got a chef, I got a maid, you gonna kick your feet up. You're not finna say it's 1 out of 1,000,000 women that's gonna say, no, Tony, I don't want none of that, I want to do all that myself. You might do it all yourself, you're gonna be bitter. You're gonna be bitter because you had the option to have it done for you. You're doing it yourself, so now you're mad with it. By the time he hungry, but I say, hey, man, I'm hungry now. I'm gonna get a little something to eat. It's like, God bless you, man. You're a little too young for me, brother. Some temp work out here now. You a little too young and strong now. If you was a veteran with one leg or in a wheelchair or in your 60s or 70s, well, what, you 25 years old, all this temp work out here? Man, Lord bless him. Lord forgive him. Lord forgive him judging that man. Lord forgive me. That man look young and healthy and strong though. Come on now. He got all the tattoos down his arm. That tattoo cost money now. Come on now. So now listen to me. A woman gonna take that deal. So what's happening today? You got a strand of men. And I know because I'm that type of man now. But listen, me, I'm gonna open my mouth. If I need something from my wife, I'm over my mouth now. Me, I'm finna have that tough conversation. Listen, but every man ain't gonna do that. Every man ain't gonna do that. Some men just gonna get mad about it. Nah, this red light, this is absolutely ridiculous. I need to write the county about this. Been at this red light for 2 years. And so, listen, every man ain't gonna do this. So they're gonna sit there, they're gonna build up resentment, they're gonna be frustrated, they're gonna be angry. And they not going to, it's gonna end up going to some argument. They're gonna end up turning over to something else now. And that's why I try to tell, that's why this message is for women about, listen, a good man ain't a perfect man. What I mean by that is he might not be rubbing your feet every night, you know, but it's like, is he bringing his to the table? Is he working, paying some bills? Is he helping with the kids if y'all got kids? Is he talking to you with respect? Is he treating you with respect? Like, is this man showing up and being a good man? I'm not talking about a man that cheat on you or lie to you or talk to you like you're a dog and, you know, or talk to a dog better than he talked to you. I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about a legitimate good man that you decided to marry. We fight for a relationship and then we stop working. Love is a job you cannot retire from. We fight for the relationship and then we stop working. We stop doing the things that we did to get the person. We get complacent and we start doing what we want to do, how we want to do it. And that's honestly what breaks us down. That's honestly what breaks us down. That's how we end up losing a good relationship. Because we get to a place to where we get complacent and we stop working and we start to take the person for granted. And that's what you can't do. You gotta get to a place to where you're going to be dedicated and diligent about giving everything you can. And man, you know, it has to be your first thought. It has to be your first thought when you get married. Like, what can I do? You gotta be able to say, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do to show my spouse that I love him or her today? And this appreciate a good man. So from the woman, you gotta say, what can I do to show him that I love him? Because this is the thing. It's like, if he work and you work, and then he take the kids to practice, he bought you some time. So if he buy you some time, he work just like you work just like he work, but he bought you some time by taking the kids to practice or recital or whatever. So then what you take and do is say, okay, well, since you did that, let me take and do this right here. It might be cooking his favorite meal. It might be resting up and getting you a good shower, soaking in that bath, and getting that thing hot and ready like Little Caesars for y'all a 9:30 p.m., 10 o'clock showdown that y'all gonna have when them kids in the bed. It might be taking a nap, you know, while he at practice, because one thing he gonna like more than you folding that laundry is y'all coming together and making a little love. So it may have to be, okay, let me do laundry tomorrow, and tonight let me get me a power nap in so I have me some energy, so okay, thing could get going. And then tomorrow it could be the laundry, because that's also an act of service. You buying him time. So it's kind of like we got to get to the place where we look at what, when you're a woman with a good man, you got to look at what he doing, and you got to say, okay, well, what am I doing? And if you see he doing for you, you got to make sure you doing for him. And not where you keeping scoring to the point and all of that, but to the where you get to say, okay, you may say, well, I'm taking care of the kids. Well, he could say, well, I'm taking care of the kids because I'm working and paying the bills. Oh, okay, we even. I'm doing my part for the kids, you doing your part for the kids. Now, your part could be draining as a woman if you home with the kids. That could be draining. But his part could come with a lot of stress as well, earning the money for the kids. So then you say, well, okay, well, what else can I do for him? And this is when you got a good man now. Not no cheating man, not no man that's gonna take you for granted, mistreat you and all of that. This one, you got you a good man. And so now you at that place to where you are thinking outside the box. You thinking on that next level of what you able to do so that you can show this man you appreciate him. What is this called? The big bounce. You could show him that you appreciate him. And that right there, that's important. That is important. It's very important that you do. And so I just want to remind, this is to the married women or the woman who you in a relationship but you got a really great guy. This to those people. And then when you get in your relationship, go back to this video. Remember, I don't believe in praising no boyfriend and bending over backwards and showing all this love. This not about that. So stay out the comments about doing for a man that ain't doing for you. This is not what this is about. This is about a bona fide good man that has earned his keep, that has shown you who he is. Make sure that you let that man know that he appreciated, and that you telling him and that you showing him, so that when the dark side come to recruit him, what they saying is not music to his ears, because he's like, man, I got me a good woman. My woman, she get uncomfortable, she get out her comfort zone to show me that she love me and appreciate me. My woman there for me. Make sure that you own that right there. And so that it's known. When also the dark side is another woman. When them other women come to try to holler at him at work because he a boss or whatever he do, and they want to try to make themselves look better than you, make sure that you holding it down, that you doing your part, so that another woman can't compare. Even when she trying to just pretend like that she everything that you not, that he could still say, no, I know what I got at home, because I got me a woman who, she love me, she respect me, she not complacent, you know, she there for me. And so that he know and he could feel that in his spirit. So hey, I feel like this car behind me following me. This truck done been behind me for quite a little while now. This thing done been behind me. I thought the sister was at the bus stop doing a TikTok now. I got to, cause bro, how we going the same way this far now? Y'all see, you got to be aware of your surroundings. You got to be aware. I pay attention, cause see, y'all got to tell you, I pay attention now. I ain't even looking at you. I pay attention unless I'm at a red light. Following me. Cause it's real ironic. It's going the same exact way I'm going. I'm taking back roads and everything. All right, we finna see. Cause I'm going to the hood now. Let me see what this is. See if there's somebody from the hood or if there's a white man. When I turn up here in the hood, he turned behind me. Okay, I know something going on. Cause now you know, yeah, you ain't going to the area I'm going now. So hey, this Tony Gaskin. God bless you. And y'all forgive me when I be shooting these videos. I be talking about God bless you and may like I'm finna get ready to go and still be talking. And anybody who watched that 2-hour video, 2.5 hour video, God bless you. I really appreciate you. I see somebody say they was on a long drive. So I would imagine she probably heard the whole thing. That's what I love those videos for. If you got to take you a long drive, take your drive this weekend. You got the gas money. Okay, get from behind me now. And listen to that video. It's some nuggets in there for you. But hey, God bless you. God bless you. And we'll be in touch.